everybody, this is dkdynamite for an unexpected video here this afternoon going over the brand new Black Ops 6 Zombies trailer. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and as you guys have probably seen over the last week, there has been plenty of brand new Zombies coverage going up on dkdynamite.com for those who want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty, but in the form of articles. There was so much to break down from the big gameplay reveal as of last week and that massive blog post from Treyarch. We of course have a zombie-specific catalog here on the site for those that just care about that mode, but you can also go ahead and follow me on Twitter at dkdynamite1. As of last night though, on Detonated's Twitter, we ended up breaking this news here because there's a new teaser. If you go ahead and text the word clearance to 971-22, then the word zombies, you'll actually receive an uncensored blueprint that has been signed by Edward Richtofen. So I believe if you just text the word clearance to that number without the word zombies after that, you'll get a censored version of the blueprint, which actually grays out who signed off on these blueprints. So let's go ahead and zoom into what's going on here to get a closer look. I'll move my camera so you can see at the bottom left, it has been signed by Edward Richtofen as of June 21st, 1988, just shortly after the events of Forsaken from Cold War, but before the events of Terminus and Liberty Falls within Black Ops 6. As it says up here though, this is an Ethereum breeder reactor, something that is going to play a pretty large role over on Terminus. We've already seen what this looks like via the gameplay trailer and the early footage of the map. So this right here is wild, right? You can see crystal ovulus, control rods, nucleation modulators, and as it says here towards the bottom, Project Janus Energy Research Division originally constructed the Terminus Island Ethereum reactor to be the facility's principal power source. Following the development of AMP, Ethereum Maturation Pod, the reactor was modified to breed the seeds that AMPs gestate into fully productive biogalvanic crystalline life forms. So a bit of a mouthful there, but I do think this may even tie into what's going on with Modern Warfare 3 zombies, right? We have the final cutscene for MWZ releasing on August 21st with Season 5 Reloaded, and I do believe Ava probably is something to do with whatever those blueprints were, right? She herself has been bred through the DNA of Samantha Maxis and Ravenoff, whereas Elizabeth Gray was a surrogate for Ava. So that's a major plot point that I think does tie into Project Janus. It'll probably be explored a lot more in Black Ops 6 Zombies, but I'm sure that cutscene as of August 21st is going to reveal a little bit more when it comes to MWZ and how that all ties into the grand scheme of things. But as you guys might have seen over on the Call of Duty YouTube channel, a brand new intel drop did release as of about an hour ago, and it's focused on Terminus. We got an intel drop about almost a week ago now, going over the characters and story, which all released on the same day as the round-based Terminus gameplay trailer, but let's go ahead and break down what's going on with this intel drop, and then we'll go ahead and do a closer analysis of things that you may have missed. So let's go full screen here, make sure audio's good.
Terminus is one of our biggest round-based maps we've ever made, and it's full of experiences to discover and really explore. We're here to break down all of the new features that are going to be coming to Black Ops 6. Terminus is taking place in the early 90s, 5 years after the events of Cold War zombies. It seemed like a really cool place, like a tropical setting with various little islands out in the distance.
It's one part jail and other part secret research facility in the Philippine Sea to just develop weird science. The first thing you're gonna see is just everything's dark, really moody. Everything looks shut down. You know something's happened there.
We want to set the mood so the player could feel the chaos of the recent outbreak of the zombies. We push the visual a lot, so make it more realistic.
We're treating Terminus as a living world, which are just different ways to bring the world to life.
Living World is scripted encounters that we've placed in the map to add to ambience. We have these tubes that have zombies inside of them. And when the player walks by them, it'll trigger the escape sequence for them. It'll be very scary and shocking. Give that feeling of, wow, this is a world that's existed prior to the player coming in.
Zombies have been attacking everything everywhere. So as you move into these spaces, we're really telling that story. Prison guards are still dying around you. You would encounter maybe a guard being eaten alive by a couple zombies, and then they see you and come and attack you.
The zombies, they're gonna range from scientists to security, experiments.
Every time you enter a new space, you don't know exactly what to expect. A zombie head pops out as a vermin, and then it eventually gestates and then becomes a parasite.
Creepy.
The tentacle trap that's just an awesome trap.
The tentacle trap? They're placed over doorways. It drops down and eats up all the zombies that pass through.
It's a beast of a main quest. You know, it'll use the ocean, it'll use the islands, it'll use every part of the map proper. It's one of the bigger maps we've created.
We wanted you to really think about how you're moving through the space. We never had a drivable vehicle. You can go drive a boat anywhere on the entire map. All that space out there that I thought was just the environment, that feeling of like, I can go anywhere. It's like so exciting. In true zombies fashion, you're never safe anywhere for very long. A little bit of a foreshadow to something bigger that you might encounter.
We're really excited for everyone to just get their hands on it in Black Ops 6.
Very, very solid intel drop. Now, folks, as we break all of this down, I will pull up Detonated's Twitter again because there were a couple of things that did get reported from the intel drop. And first, certainly foremost, the Terminus main quest is being regarded as a beast, right? And that could also, have a double meaning, right? A beast of like a boss fight. Is it an expansion of that tentacle monster in the ocean that you encounter? Is it like the full monster and not just that one tentacle? As they said, it'll use the ocean, it'll use the islands, it'll use every part of the map proper. So with the senior lead designer confirming that, I mean, that's exciting and can help us think about what we have to do when the hunt does begin on day one, right? Where we have to be on the map, and not necessarily in the prison or in the laboratory, but even around all of that through the islands and the water. So that's one thing. I think that's a really cool teaser. Obviously, we have a drivable vehicle in Terminus that we've seen plenty of footage of already from the gameplay reveal and from the footage that content creators shared. It is the first drivable vehicle, to my understanding, in a round-based map. Obviously, we had one in Outbreak. Obviously, we have vehicles in Modern Warfare Zombies, but this is round-based, of course, so this is already pretty cool to look forward to in terms of, where you can traverse around Terminus. But I do love the living world encounters, right? I went over this ambience in my recent gameplay breakdown from the reveal last week. I'm like, look, the way that the environment looks is already crazy. I mean, I love what's going on here with the Zetsubo, Blood of the Dead type hybrid we're seeing on Terminus, but the fact that there are scripted events around the map has me all that more excited, right? I mean, zombies breaking out of the test tubes, random dead guards and other prison workers that are just getting reanimated around the island as you get close to them. That's actually insane, and I love that detail that we're going to be seeing here with Black Ops 6 Zombies. It's going to be crazier than ever, but obviously, we also have the PP Bison. This is a classic weapon we've seen in lots of other Call of Duties that I don't think's been in a Black Ops game. I know it was in Black Ops Declassified. I saw a tweet about that earlier, but don't believe this has been in a Black Ops game in a while. I know there was the Bullfrog in Cold War, which is kind of the same thing. You can regard it as the same kind of weapon, but yeah, there's that weapon that came back. But jumping deeper into the intel drop here, let's first off take a look at some of these quick shots of the developers' monitors. There's a lot going on that I do want to point out. So first off, there's something going on with somebody here named Nathan. As it says, stable, still answers to Nathan, food motivated, do not engage in conversation, subject is highly skilled in manipulation. So there are theories that this could be Maya's brother, the person that she's actually looking for, who Peck promised they would find when going to Terminus, right? And obviously Peck has his other plan, which is to just break Requiem out so they can go and find Edward Richtofen. This could be Maya's brother, right? Keep that in mind. It's a good theory going around right now, but it's also possible this is just the identity of that big, scary, wild-looking zombie that we've already seen footage of. It could just be the identity of that big guy, and also you can see some brain activity
Weird
here.
Science. The first thing you're going to see is just everything's dark, really moody. Everything.
Yeah, everything will be dark, which is crazy. Looking at this monitor, you could always get some clues of what's going on here. You could see the HUD. Obviously, we've gotten full glimpses of the HUD via the blog post already. We got Weaver being chased, and then nice overview of the map, right? We've obviously seen footage of players running around already, the pre-recorded footage that was sent to select content creators, but you can see an arrow pointing to where the power probably is. Nice little prison yard. This looks really cool. Absolutely loving that. See anything else from there? No. And then moving forward here, you could see another look there at the surrounding islands to Terminus. You can see that HUD once again. You could see an objective or something there. I can't really make out what that reads, but loving in the top right, you could see what I believe is the new main menu for Black Ops 6, right? The COD HQ launcher, which is going to be a bit different here with this new game. Now, like I said before, COD HQ is just a launcher. Obviously, Black Ops 6 is on the unified engine with Modern Warfare now, but it doesn't mean that the game still can't have a badass main menu with plenty of personality. Moving forward here, let's see what else we can find. Obviously, got a nice look there at the ambience around Terminus. Yeah, that could be Nathan. Totally possible that that is the creature being referred to in that earlier shot we looked at. But taking a look here, at some gameplay, there is a mysterious figure that I believe is talking to our players as we get closer to these test tubes. So not sure who this character could be, right? Is the silhouette of Richtofen himself? Is it Maya's brother? Who could this be, right? And it reminds me of the silhouette on that portrait over in Classified or 5 back in the day with original Black Ops Zombies. I mean, this is probably a person we know, hence why the person is blacked out in the HUD, but who actually knows, right? Feel free to speculate down below in this video's comments, right? Really curious to see what secrets we can unravel right away when Terminus does release, but loving the environmental storytelling as they emphasize here in the intel drop. Nice look at, you know, that hazmat zombie, nice and close-up shots of all of our different zombie models. This guy's creepy, man. This guy could eat, I'll tell you that much. So I'm curious to see what the strat's going to be to taking down that enemy inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, right? And then we obviously have the vermin, the creepy spider-looking thingies, and then we have the parasites coming back from Black Ops 3. Nice shots of that. We could also see, again, that figure talking to us. So that person is going to play a pretty prominent role, it seems, with setting up the map, turning on the power. Yeah, you're walking right in here, and then, yeah, let's see what happens, right? Obviously, the HUD was fully just X'd out in the early gameplay that we got from Treyarch. There was no HUD or spoilers whatsoever in that footage. It was just pure zombie killing action. Tentacle Trap, we got some focus on that here. And I think that's just about everything from the new intel drop. Got some nice new shots of people roaming around the map itself, the boat, the PP Bison. Another shot there of the map itself. Absolutely loving what's going on here. But yeah, definitely expect even more Zombies marketing as time goes on before August 28th. Definitely before COD Next, right? It's also possible we end up getting, you know, a Liberty Falls gameplay trailer, or a Liberty Falls intel drop. All of that could happen before creators like myself get their hands on the map over at COD Next, which isn't that far away from now. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Bit of a bonus video here for you guys today, breaking down the brand new Zombies intel drop. Did not expect this. Loving the amount of marketing we're getting for the Zombies mode in comparison to recent Treyarch Call of Duty titles, in which we usually ended up getting Zombies marketing like after the full multiplayer reveal, after the multiplayer beta. Absolutely loving all these breakdowns for our return to round-based, and honestly, our return to form. But with that being said, check out all the recent zombie videos here on my channel. There's been so much to break down as of the last week and a half. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.